Oh, Jesus. Well, we're back by the wall. Hey guys, it's Manna, and welcome to Alternative Unicorn, a weekly show where I discuss spirituality, mental health, and airy-fairy new age stuff. I feel like we haven't done a mental health segment in a little bit, and it's a big reason why I started this channel was to talk about mental health, but I was afraid I was getting too serious, so I diverted for a little bit with some funny things. And weird stuff and tutorials and more of the new age stuff. But today we're absolutely going to talk about mental health. And the topic that I want to get into today is this concept called, I wish I wasn't me. I wish I didn't have the thing. I wish I wasn't this way. So without further ado, let's dive into a discussion that I like to call, I wish I didn't have anxiety. I wish I didn't have anxiety because I hate that I think about my impending doom 50 times a day. I wish I didn't have anxiety because I hate that when I am in love with something so much, when I love something so much, I immediately become terrified that it's going to be obliterated into nothingness. I wish I didn't have anxiety because it stops me from living my life in the present. It keeps me in the future. I wish I didn't have anxiety because most people don't understand that it's a real thing and that it is not as simple as simply changing my thoughts. I wish I didn't have anxiety because I wish I didn't know what it was like to think about things obsessively all the time and just be in a minute. Just a minute of not thinking would be really, really great. I wish I didn't have anxiety so that I didn't have to work so hard at having moments to myself. I wish I didn't have anxiety so that I didn't have to dive into my spirituality so much. I wish that I didn't have anxiety so that I didn't have to practice meditation on the daily just to have some silence inside. I wish I didn't have anxiety so that I could stop being afraid of things that are literally impossible, like dying and nothing happening and there be no continuation except for me. My biggest fear is that I continue, nothing else continues. I'm conscious of that, and that I'm stuck in like this alternate universe of trying to be a part of the unit, a part of the whole reality of humans, and I can't reach anybody or anything, and I'm just completely disconnected. So I guess in part I'm afraid of hell. I don't know. Yeah, I hate that I can't not think about that. I wish I didn't have anxiety so that I wasn't so aware of everybody's fear, because when you are a person that is constantly reminded every single day of everything that you're afraid of, you are also in tune in part to everybody else's fear and what they are afraid of. So not only do I think about my fears, I think about your fears too, obsessively, compulsively, all of the time. I wish I didn't have anxiety because society has filled me with a concept of normality that is impossible to maintain, what is impossible for me to reach, and something that I can never be. I wish I didn't have anxiety because your concept of normalcy has destroyed my self-image and made me think that there's actually a way to be something other than myself. And this is where I move into a different thought or concept. I am happy I have anxiety because I could literally not be a different person. Wishing to not be something that I am is like looking at my neighbor and saying, or looking at a music video and saying, I wish I were Beyonce. Great! But you can't. You can never be anything but what you are. So wishing that I didn't have something that is exactly who I am is wishing to not exist, is wishing to not be me, and wishing to have a completely different identity. I don't wish that. I don't wish I was a different person, and I don't hope that I forget how to be myself. I am happy to be me because my anxiety has made me sensitive. My anxiety has made me the person that I am today. My anxiety has made me honest. My anxiety has made me brave. My anxiety has sculpted a reality that's different from other people's, and weirdly, I think it's real and more real than what other people see. It's more esoteric, more spiritual, and more confusing and life-altering and better because it's not the same. When you're young, you desperately want to fit in, and when you're older, you want to fit out. And anxiety, I think, is something we actually all are and have. And people with massive anxiety just can't hide it like everybody else. People with mental illness just don't hide it. They just don't hide all the things that you all have and think and do. It's all the same. We just don't have a choice in whether or not you participate in seeing what we go through without your understanding or knowledge. I am happy I have anxiety because it challenges me every single day to look at myself and ask questions. My anxiety has made me and forced me to grow. My anxiety has forced me into spirituality. My anxiety has forced me into philosophical conversations about my existence that I would rather not have, but I have to have them. Anxiety has forced me to meet amazing people and connect with human beings that are just like me, that I would otherwise pay no attention to. Anxiety has given me diversity. Anxiety has given me strength. Anxiety has made me a better friend, a better child, a better teacher, a better person. I cannot wish to not have the thing I hate the most, because the thing I hate the most has made me into the person that I love the most. It's so weird. And I don't know why I'm crying. And I don't know why I'm getting so emotional. I just hate when I hear people say they wish they weren't the thing that makes them such an amazing, significant part of society. If you have anxiety or depression or bipolar disorder or schizophrenia or anorexia, bulimia, nervosa, drug addicts, psychological abnormalities, physical differences, you are what makes this world forced to learn how to be better people, how to do better things, how to look out things outside of themselves. You are the reason why diversity is beautiful. You are the reason why people have gone from being in sanitariums to being accepted and open. You're loved and precious, and as hard as it is to carry that burden, you are the reason that we are growing. So don't ever wish that you didn't have the thing that makes you the most beautiful teacher I've ever had, that makes you the most beautiful person that you can be. It is an impossibility, an improbability, an unlikeliness that you could ever be anything other than what you are. And for you to think that the creator, the universe, the construct of unity and what we are that makes us all combined as human beings and connected and unified to each other, that there isn't a rhyme or reason to you being that individual that you are dead wrong. You are perfectly imperfect. You are perfectly the person that you are meant to be, and you cannot be anything else. So stop wishing to be something else. You are beautiful. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being flawed. Thank you for being wisdom. To all of my fellow people out there that struggle with mental illness, I honor you and celebrate you for bringing color to society and awakening people to alternate dimensions of reality. You, my brothers and sisters, are the reason why we keep growing. And I love you. I am happy. I have anxiety because I am happy to be me.